I was doing nothing to actually, I was spending a lot of money, injecting, stuff in my head on how to like build my businesses and do better from that perspective, but my body was lacking, so.
What's this thing?
So that's my trick, not domain. I was pronouncing it domain. It's domane. Didn't really care what bike it was. I just wanted to start biking. So I went to the local bike store, Bob's Bicycle, and they had a few road bikes in stock. I said, I don't care which one, I'll buy one. So not too shabby. And then I went and ordered a Wahoo, which is pretty kind of a little bit overboard, really. But that's kind of one of my problems. But the Wahoo, they're like $1,200 or so. But super, super awesome because it is really simple. As you can see, it just plugs into the wall, you hook it up. Once you get rocking and rolling, and maybe we can even, I'll just show you guys, do a little bit of a demo. So you can use whatever you want, as far as to visualize this. I'm thinking of getting an Apple TV to put here for this because, again, I want like the immersiveness of it outside of just going and riding the bike outside. But use an app called Zwift. As you see, Tyler, I only did my intro one last night because I've only had this bike, I've had the bike for like a week, but I couldn't use it Zwift with it. Right? So nevertheless, you open it up and then you can go on a ride if you want to go on a ride. Why do I have the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I decided to figure out what can I set a goal for myself for the year. It's not a huge goal, I don't think. We'll see when I combine all three together. But I'm doing a triathlon in Pensacola, October 1st. It is just a sprint triathlon. It's the first time I'll ever do consecutive workouts with like so many people. When I was still in the military, run, getting smoked, going in the pool, rucking, all that kind of stuff sequentially all at the same time back to back was like a totally normal thing. I think that was 10 years ago. However, not 10 years, it was 10 years ago when I joined. It was 6 years ago that I really experienced that much like physical fitness back to back to back. And so I wanted to ease into being able to do triathlon, type, sports, which is basically swim, bike, run, which, should be fun. It's the lower end of the triathlon space, doing a sprint, but, I think hopefully, in the next 4 months or so, I'll be like, let me do like a higher level one, so. Next year, my goal is to do my first marathon. I've never actually ran like an actual marathon before. I've ran marathon distances, but never ran a marathon. So I'm kind of like doing these different things and bite-sized steps to just build more consistency in the things that I've not done over the last 5 years or 6 years. Ultimately just doing hard shit, right? Trying to make it to where my body is doing more hard shit that I didn't do before, which includes cold plunging, which we'll show you here in just a second. Yeah, but I'll just sit in there, peel out in the evening routine, right? And sit in a hot tub, have that nice cold orange, that vitamin C, and then it just turns out looking like that.
All right, tell us about this place.
So, outside of all my kids' shit being everywhere and me moving shit around, you have what used to be my, I used to have this table here. This is where I would be live a lot of the times, like if facing this direction, I'd be smoking a cigar while I had something on the grill, It was great. It was fantastic, It's a nice calming environment. The downfall is, however, it's not the healthiest environment because I'm just eating smoked meat and smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. So it was really cool from that perspective. I still do really enjoy doing all three of those things. However, now I've swapped it out with a plunge and then my hot tub over there, as well as fireman. If you ever need electrical services during a hurricane, you know, you have a fireman. So yeah, I installed the plunge, and I think they're like $4,500, maybe $5,000 or something like that. Hot tub was 13 grand. And the reason I'm telling you guys numbers, by the way, is just to show you how much I've dedicated into over the last like few months, really like 8 months into health, like getting back to like a routine in doing those things. And I know that if I get the best items that I can to do that, I know that I'll be more efficient with it. That's just how I am, right? So I've spent a lot of money in education. I spent a lot of money in mentors. I do spend a lot of money in mentors. And, you know, I was doing nothing to actually, I was spending a lot of money, you know, injecting, you know, stuff in my head on how to like build my businesses and do better from that perspective. But what my body was lacking. So basically the way I look at it is that I'm reinvesting back into the same amount of money that I've invested in education and things like this. Well, I've invested way more than, you know, this amount in education, but you know, I'm putting it back and investing it into actually my being, right, from the inside out, quite literally the inside out. And so that's why I've actually, you know, chose to tell you guys numbers, I guess. It's just so you guys understand, you know, what it is.
Now we're doing a plunge?
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah, should we do a plunge?
Go for it.
Well, I could do a plunge.
Hop into it.
But I got my mic on, you know, I can't do it with my mic on, my shoes.
Hold it above the water.
We could do a plunge. We can do a plunge.
You got a big day today.
Big day. I worked out today, you know.
Hey, what's going on next week?
So next week, I got to drive like 6 hours after this. I think, what is it right now? It's 3:40 right now. So I got to drive 6 hours down to Central Florida. And in Central Florida, we have a good old town called Orlando, big old city, that I'll be talking at one of the masterminds that I'm a part of. So I'm going there a day early to talk at that. And then I will be attending the mastermind for the next 2 days after that. But on Monday evening, I will be hosting a meetup for the REI SIF REI SIF community. So hopefully we'll have some people show up there. We don't have a ton of users in Orlando, but we have people coming from like, you know, North Carolina and all around that area. We'll grab a towel. Really within like a 6 hour radius, they're coming down to, you know, hang out for like a few hours. Mason's coming this time so that I don't get too drunk and lose a SD card like I did last time. However, I haven't drank in like, what, 7 months or so, so that's probably not gonna happen. Oh yeah. That feels extra cold today, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking cold. There comes the shivers. It's always at about 1:30 with me. But it does feel extra fucking cold right now. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I've been cold all day. But god damn, it feels fucking cold right now. Get that minimum need, because I do have to go drive down to Orlando. But we're gonna do a dunk. Dunking in cold water is much different than warm water. When you go down, it just fucking floods into your nose. But now that we got that down, I don't know if anyone can hear me or not.
I know.
Because we're cold, we want to do some dips and shit.
Oh.
You know, because if we don't do dips and shit, the blood doesn't get moving. So we gotta do at least like 30 or so of those. That's a 2-minute plunge. That was fucking cold. That felt really cold.